we have one?
Thought it was achingly beautiful. I felt it in my heart.
See, first part?
Achingly beautiful.
Achingly beautiful.
I felt it.
All right. Powerful. We have one up front.
Oh, I thought I definitely was thinking about what I saw when they were afraid.
So you saw something.
Yeah, they were trying to a little life where they're so real.
So you heard the whole story. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Anybody else?
I'll just say, I found myself lost in your harmonic language. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I just felt really in your world. And I feel like she was saying, I just felt like it was written in such a way that it left open to the listener your own program that you're assigning to the story itself. I found it very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Awesome. That's very great. Anybody else?
I was very moved when I heard it for the first time. I just cried.
Wow.
I did.
Okay. Awesome. Now, any last thoughts before we go to the performer's perspective?
Did you want to explain what inspired you to write that piece?
That's a great question.
I suppose part of what inspired me was places that I went to before when I was younger, such as playgrounds or I guess soccer fields as well, and like the trees. So I kind of took time to remember the scenery and the background from the memory of those places.
Could you explain who Leo is?
Leo, he was one of the students that went to the same elementary and middle school as I did. And he was a good friend to me.
Does he know about the piece?
No, well, I think he does. He passed away back in 21, but
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, I miss him a lot. But even though he's not in this world anymore, I still believe that he heard it.
Could I make a recommendation? So usually what composers do when it's in memory, someone is
Click at the bottom.
Oh, okay. So it's the name of the piece here. What some people do is they put in italicized lettering in memory of, and then the name. So you would put in memory of Leo here, dedicated to my good friend Leo. That way, the audience will understand of who this piece is for. So this is just a recommendation.
Yeah. I've still got a lot to learn about obituary.
Sure.
Type of things.
Sure, absolutely. All right, so from the performer, I'll ask the first violinist, who is now Esther. Mm-hmm. So what did you feel your role was in playing this?
Not sure about exactly my role.
Sure.
But I guess since I'm playing all quarter notes, all throughout could be the drive.
Drive.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
Also since during the rehearsal I heard oh okay, this is in memory of your friend, and I see the fortissimo part as which is why it doesn't really, like the ending is just, it's all still in forte. There's no conclusion to the grief. That's what I kind of feel.
Sure. Would you say you felt more like a rhythm section?
Sure. Yeah. I could do it.
Because usually what people say is the bass, the bottom instrument is the rhythm. But in this case, it looks like you were keeping the rhythm.
But like they're singing, so
Singing.
yeah. That's why I was like, huh. Rhythm.
There you go. Cool. I'll ask the second violinist Matthew what you thought.
I feel like my part is sort of, it's like a bridge almost between the first violin part and the viola and cello part. Sometimes I'm accompanying the first violin, and then other times I'm sort of moving simultaneously with the two other voices, lower voices. So I sort of bounce back and forth.
It's a great point you bring up. I would ask, just so the audience can hear, can Esther and Matthew, can you play, let's see, the first 8 bars?
Sorry. I kind of put a space in there. Can we do from 4? Okay.
Ah, beautiful. Ezra, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the score, but on measure 8, I don't know if it's in your part, Esther, but you have I think you have a tie that goes to nothing. I don't know if that was a mistake in the program you were using, but I think there's a missing note there, unless you intended there to be a tie.
So
Measure 8, first violin.
between the G and the B.
So you have Si, Sol, Mi, Si, and there's a tie that goes to nothing.
Yeah, just because there's a rest at the end. Quarter.
Oh, okay. Did you intend for that? What was your intention of putting a tie there?
I suppose as a way to like all the measures that arrive after measure 8, it's as a way to make them more of a plot twist and surprise, because if it was all, it's like not just suddenly a quarter rest, then hearing them would kind of like sound less interesting after that.
Okay. Well, I will say, if you're going to have other groups play, they're going to ask what this means.
It's supposed to ring out if it says that. To arrest. It's
Ring
supposed
out.
to like. It's
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's-
saying. I just want to make sure that was your intention.
Well,
I think that might have been just a oversight.
that was what
in
the app
editing portion.
detected.
Part of our process too was like learning to use finale at the same time while we were composing this.
Gotcha.
Because like he had never written for quartet before, so like having a program seemed like something we needed to do so he could like actually hear it, sort of.
Sure.
And so that was kind of our. So there was a lot of like, how do you make a quarter note and how do you make a rest and how do you edit, and because finale is like really complicated.
Yeah. I was just going to I was making sure because composers do that, but it's usually with a pizzicato
Yeah.
to make it ring.
To be honest, I think the rest was accident.
Yeah. All right. Well,
That's
that's why make sure.
simple as that.
Sure. Yeah. We all make accidents.
Yeah.
All right. So, cello player. Remind me your name one more time. David. I didn't even ask you. David. Awesome. So, as your role as the bottom instrument, what did you?
Yeah, it's
What did
ironic.
you feel playing this piece?
Wait, I thought your name was Mr. Keller, though.
I think largely I'm kind of a glue to fill in, not harmony, but to fill in the richness of the sound between all the quarter notes. And then there's the times when there's fortissimo, in those larger moments, really adding that cello kind of depth to the particular emotion that I think is evoked from those fortissimo passages. I think it provides a lot of help in those instances.
So the glue.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Awesome. It's great that you can put that into words. I mean, that's we'll go to.
Like the viola part is like cello, always repeat the same notes, so that it's the same octave. But there's no like infinite music, like never stop. Just keep. When you stop, your mind keep listening. Same harmony. So I think it's that effect.
Sure. So it's more like this whole piece, would you all agree, it's more like a mood kind of thing, just kind of evoking a mood. It's not necessarily like a showy piece of like a pageant or anything like that. We have like a crazy thing with arpeggios, but more of you're more focused on the emotion. Cool. I mean, there's nothing really, I don't really have much to say. It's a great piece, and
Wait.
I hope you continue your journey, and good luck
Yeah,
with
thank you.
the finale.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's my honor.